This is a pretty short and sweet one, so
Well,
make the most of it.
Hopefully moving.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Thank you for counselors for joining us here, and we have a member of the public and also our City Finance Director, Mr. Brian Ailes. This is for our special City Council meeting, and I will call it to order now. This is the special meeting of the Beverly City Council, Thursday, May 26, 6:30 p.m. And Ms. Kent, would you please call the roll?
Bowen. Here. Crowley.
Here.
Feldman. Houseman.
Here.
Rand.
Here.
Rotundo. St. Hilaire.
Here.
Sweeney.
Here.
And Flowers.
Here. Thank you. And as we rise for Councillor Sweeney to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, I'll ask that we remain standing for a moment of silence for the families, students, and teachers in Uvalde, Texas, but also I think keeping in mind those in Buffalo, New York, and also Laguna Woods, California, who all have been victims of gun violence in their communities recently. So let's have a moment of silence for all those affected. Councillor Sweeney.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. And I think as we hold that moment of silence, I think about our own Beverly Public School educators and students in those school communities, and just a word of thanks to all of our educators. There's probably no words of appreciation really that are enough for educators in this country and people who work in schools, including Councillor Rand. You work in an elementary school, so just our thanks for everything that you do. This evening is, for counselors who might be newer to this budget presentation, this is truly just a budget presentation. It's a fairly brief meeting. We'll hear a presentation from Mr. Ailes, who will officially present us with the budget, which we will begin discussion on in finance and property meetings to come. And so you may find it strange. Out of all the meetings we've had, this will be no discussion back and forth, but the questions will begin when we refer it to finance and property, and Councillor Houseman leads the subcommittee through that process. So with that, Mr. Ailes, let's go to presentations, awards, and memorials on Order 156.
Thank you very much, Madam President. It's good to see everyone this evening. Once again, we're here to deliver the mayor's proposed budget this coming fiscal year, FY23. Just as a little note before I get into some of the remarks here, the budget will be available to the public beginning tomorrow. We'll have it available on the website. So anybody that's viewing from home that may want to take a look at it, it will be up at some point tomorrow. I've got to work with the IT department to get it up there, but it will be. Now, first, let me just extend some apologies that the mayor is unable to be here this evening. He would typically be the one standing here and delivering his budget, but he's unable to be with us this evening, so he prepared some remarks that he asked that I read into the record for you all. You have copies of the budget, and you have copies of these remarks that I laid out for you this evening, so feel free to read along if you care to. He writes, Dear colleagues in city government, as I am not able to attend this evening's meeting in person, I have asked Mr. Ailes to read my budget message onto the record, and I thank him for doing so. For some of you, this will be our 9th city budget together. For others, it will be our first. As I often say, as you all well know, most of what local government exists to do is to provide critically needed services for our residents, our businesses, community, and visitors to Beverly. And those services are delivered at a very high level by our city employees, in our schools and throughout all municipal departments. This means the lion's share of our city budget is dedicated to paying salaries, health care, and pension costs, professional development, and other related costs to support these hard-working city employees. As these costs escalate year over year, our first challenge each year is to develop a budget that allows us to continue to deliver the same level of services as the prior year. Next year, school employees' salary increases and other contractual obligations will increase by $1.9 million, while the city department's salaries related costs will increase, which is projected to be $1 million. Next year, like all cities and towns, we'll be mandated to increase our pension fund line item by $613,000, or 5.1% increase. We also estimate our healthcare premiums will increase by as much as 5% and are asking for a $291,000 increase to cover it. Other increases we are obligated to pass in this budget include $157,500 for the state-mandated 5-year comprehensive revaluation of all properties in the city. It's being undertaken next year, and a state's assessment, that's being undertaken next year, and a state assessments increase of $188,000, almost all of which will be to pay for Beverly children to attend public school in other communities through the school choice program or to attend charter schools. Also, since more Beverly Public School students will attend Essex Tech next fall, our assessment to the Tech will increase by $407,000. Further, our sanitation costs through our trash and recycling contract will increase by $200,000, and we are also requesting an increase of $50,000 in our integrated pest management line. While we continue to devote more funding to our roads and sidewalk program, the need remains great. So in addition to $1.5 million in state funds, we are asking for a $700,000 increase in the city's annual appropriation to roads and sidewalks for a total city appropriation of $2.7 million. As city councilors know, we have been planning for increased capacity in the police department in 2 ways. When our upcoming move to combined medical, police, fire, emergency dispatch is complete, 4.5 full-time equivalency police positions will be freed up from the dispatch and able to actively work as patrol officers. In addition, we have a goal to increase the total number of police officers by another 5 FTEs in the next 2 to 3 years. Together, these 2 steps will represent about 2 additional officers per shift. We expect the new civilian dispatch supervisor to begin work within the next month, and we are budgeting for civilian dispatch staff to be operational in the coming fiscal year. We also are requesting that the City Council approve funding for 3 of the new police patrol officer positions in the coming fiscal year. 2 other new positions are included in this proposed budget: the Assistant Finance Director position that you approved earlier this spring, and a new part-time outreach coordinator in the Council on Aging. We continue to pursue our shared values of delivering the highest quality city services we possibly can today, maintaining and improving our complex inventory of city infrastructure, and responding to our community's needs as they evolve, all while ensuring we have all the reserves necessary to deliver the same highest quality city services right through any difficult economic times that may lie ahead. We appreciate your partnership in this effort as we all serve the city we call home, and we look forward to this budget process with you. Sincerely yours, Mayor Michael P. Cahill.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ailes. Did you have anything? I feel like I might have cut you off.
No, thank you all for listening. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much. With that, Ms. Kent, let's refer Order 156, the proposed budget for FY23, to the Subcommittee on Finance and Property. And that concludes pretty much the content of this meeting. We will pick up next week with Finance and Property meetings beginning on Tuesday, the 31st, and those will be at 6:30 p.m., correct, Councilor Houseman?
Correct.
And there will also be a meeting on Wednesday, June 1st next week, and these will be Finance and Property Subcommittee for the purpose of discussing the budget, cross-posted with Committee of the Whole. So of course, all councilors are welcome and encouraged to attend, and this will be our chance to really dig into this budget and to ask questions department by department. You may have noticed on your schedule, department heads are scheduled out through the process for councilors who are newer, and that will be our chance to go department by department with them. With that, is there any announcement anyone had before I close? Councilor Houseman.
It probably goes without saying, but I encourage the councilors to take a look at the schedule for the special meetings and review in advance the department budgets for those departments, and come ready with your questions.
Great, thank you. And I will just, I guess, make mention, Councilor Crowley is already aware of this and has made many councilors aware, I think, but we did receive a letter from the North Beverly Voices of Concern group, which has been working on the Varian cleanup, advocating for the Varian cleanup. and they are making us aware that there will be a Mass DEP Public Involvement Process meeting, otherwise known as a Pip meeting, and that will be for cleanup at the former varying contamination site. The community is welcome, and this is Thursday, June 9th, 7 p.m. at Shore Country Day School. And so I encourage any counselors who are interested in learning more about that process to attend, as well as members of the public. With that, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Motion carries 7-0. We are adjourned in a record-setting time for this council. Good job, team.